What's going on, guys? Digital Pigskin, breaking down some sim football, getting back to basics. And you know what's interesting about this play is, in a microcosm, this is exactly what I want to see out of my football game. Whether that's 2K, whether that's Madden, I want to see my star players, my elite players, make a difference on offense, on defense, regardless of what I'm playing. Whether I'm playing online, whether I'm playing co-op, whether I'm playing against a player, this is what I want to see. I want to see not only the special players I have on my team stand out, but I want to see them stand out separately against the generics. Now, the intriguing thing about this play is, as you can see, there are two guards that are silver on the offensive line. And I just want you to see how they interact with these defensive tackles. First of all, the double-teamed one really does not get past the line of scrimmage. Now, the other one that gets singled up, you know, he gets maybe a yard back into the pocket. And that's, again, you're seeing these players that you've picked, or the team that you've picked that has its strength, you're seeing that shown in the game. You're seeing that play out. That's something that you don't get a lot, I think, with Madden. A lot of Madden, to me, feels very sterile, feels very similar. All the teams kind of play the same sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Now, the bread and butter of this play is these defensive ends, because one of them is generic, one of them is Dexter Manley, and the tackles play them the exact same way. So just looking at this at speed before we break it down, you can see ultimately Dexter Manley is the one that gets the sack. But when you slow it down and you compare the two, you can see why. It's his abilities, it's his attributes, it's his pass rushing that causes this. I mean, right off the bat, he is a full yard into the backfield faster than the generic. And like I said, they are both actually going to do swim moves to get past the tackle. Now, Lynn Dickey steps up in the pocket, and honestly, taking a close look at this, you could almost make a case that if I had another generic defensive end and not Dexter Manley, he might be able to step up out of the pocket and avoid getting sacked, maybe complete a pass here. But again, because I've selected Dexter Manley on my team, that's not what happens. So I want to just take a close look real quick how these two tackles interact with these defensive ends. Here you can see it's the same exact swim move. You're actually going to see close to the same animations, but Dexter Manley is able to turn the corner and get a hand on the quarterback and throw him into the ground. Now on the other side, where you've got Jones, even though, again, they're both going to try the swim move, you can see this tackle is actually able to keep his hand up on the chest of the defensive end, which is not really the case over here. See how he's got his hand on his shoulder? See how he's got his hand on his chest? That's the leverage. That's the difference between the sack and the miss. And that's whether we're talking about real football or not. So to me, that's what I want to see in a football game. And you know what? It doesn't help, or excuse me, it doesn't hurt when you mix in a little passion. Number 62 just gave up the sack. He puts his hands on his hips, shakes his head. Meanwhile, his quarterback's back here pounding the ground. And you know what? On the other side of the table, number 92 that just pretty much got dominated man-to-man this whole time, he gives that little cheap shot, that little end-of-the-play shove that's like, yeah, you know what? You beat me, but I could probably still beat you if we went out in the parking lot. Expect more videos like this. Digital Pigskin, try to do a video a day. Really want you guys to like these videos, subscribe, comment. It's tough getting a new channel started, but I promise you, both me and BigPlayKiller are committed to this, and we're going to make it work for you guys.